If you mess up on this, you're scrapping the whole video and you need to start over because people will not watch your video if you mess this up, if you don't get it right. And unfortunately, I've been there myself, guilty, and I had to reshoot a video, which is really annoying. Hey, Digital Trailblazers, this is Leah Ray from digitaltrailblazer.com, and I'm going to show you how to shoot professional looking YouTube videos with just your cell phone. I'm going to cover from the settings on your phone to staging and even how to create some great audio. Plus, at the very end, I'm going to throw in a couple extra bonuses that really are going to make it easy for you. So stick around. Now, when it comes to phone settings, if you're using a smartphone that has come out within the last several years, you're probably going to be just fine. You want to make sure that your phone has a capability to record in 1920 by 1080, which is basic HD. It doesn't have to do 4K or Ultra HD or anything like that. Simply regular HD is just fine. And whether you're looking at iPhones or Androids, all of the things within the last several years have this capability. So if you want to start shooting YouTube videos, you don't have to go out and buy an expensive DSLR camera. Now, while it's easier to shoot this in selfie mode with your forward-facing camera on your phone, you're probably going to get better video using the back-facing cameras. I know on my phone, the camera that faces outward, so it doesn't reflect me but shows out in the world, that camera has higher capability. It's a better camera. So when I'm shooting with just a cell phone, even though it's a little annoying, I do turn it around and use that camera, not the selfie camera. So I have to kind of do a couple takes at the beginning, make sure that I'm centered where I'm sitting, double check it by recording and then, ignoring those clips later. But it's going to create a better, higher quality video for you. Now, this may seem a little too simple, but it's really true. You need to make sure to wipe off your lens. Give it a little polish before you get started, because the skin off your face, your makeup, even just the film that gets left behind when you wipe it off. I know I baby wipe my phone all the time and it leaves a little bit of film behind. And so wipe it off just a little bit and you're going to be able to create a crisper, clearer, more visually appealing looking video, much more professional. All right, let's get real. A huge mistake that I see a lot of people make when they're first getting started is they hold their phone vertically.
Say no to vertical videos.
Vertical videos happen when you hold your camera the wrong way. Your video will end up looking like crap.
Vertical video only works on IGTV and TikTok. I mean, if you're making videos for that, that's great. But if you're on YouTube, it's super unprofessional. It really makes it look amateur because you're going to get those big, wide black bars on the side of your video because it is set up to use a horizontal mode. So hold your phone horizontally, shoot it that way. Otherwise, you look like an amateur. You want to look like a professional when you're doing this. So just hold it horizontally. And if you make the mistake of starting a video vertical and you're like, oh no, I have to switch it to horizontal, just stop, delete, and start over. You're going to make a better final product doing it that way.
And if you see someone doing it, say, "You're not shooting that right, dummy!"
Now, when it comes to staging, the very first thing that you need to think about is lighting. You don't need a professional light kit. Remember, we're talking about shooting YouTube videos with only your cell phone. And you can do that, but you need to be aware of where the natural lighting is and face it. So you can set yourself up in front of a sliding glass door or a window and use the light from outside to shine nicely on your face. So you'd have the phone up against the window and you'd be sitting there facing the window and you'd get all the beautiful natural light on your pretty little face. Now, you don't actually have to use natural lighting itself because if you have LED light bulbs at your house that have the color range of 5,000 to 6,000 K, that's natural daylight. And so you can basically set that up so that you're facing a lamp or something that you have going on at your house. You just want to make sure you don't have a lot of shadows going on in your face, that your face is well lit, and that you want to use natural tones to do it. The old-fashioned light bulbs have a very kind of golden yellowy tone to it and won't work as well. Now, in addition to positioning your phone to give your face some good light, you also need to position your phone with the background in mind. And that is frankly why you will only ever see me doing videos typically in this room where there's a locked door and children can't come in here and mess it up. The rest of my house is a mess, so I don't ever shoot anything anywhere else. So keep track of what's in the background that it doesn't distract from the focus of your video. Now, if you're shooting without any equipment at all, then yes, you have to prop up your cell phone. So you can stack up some books, you can get a little creative, use some rubber bands to stick it to something, whatever, or just is a selfie stick. If you have one, go for it. Just find a way to get your phone to stay still and make sure it's secure, because it's really annoying to be mid-shoot and then have your phone flop over. So secure your phone, prop it up in some way that you're not getting the double chin, but it's looking at you at a good angle and it's secure. Now, Audio is crazy important. If you mess up on this, you're scrapping the whole video and you need to start over, because people will not watch your video if you mess this up, if you don't get it right. And unfortunately, I've been there myself, guilty, where I've had necklaces that were clicking, or earrings, or doing something with my hair that was making all this kind of noise, and I had to reshoot a video, which is really annoying. Because here's the thing. People will put up with actually bad visual. If you have really good value you're giving in your videos, people are going to put up with maybe some bad lighting or some weird stuff going on visually. However, people's ears are actually much more sensitive than our eyes, and people cannot deal with a bunch of clicking or a bunch of, wind noises and different things. It'll drive them crazy and they have to leave the video. So you have to pay particular attention to the audio going on your video. And if you don't have a microphone, you're only shooting with your cell phone, we need to keep that in mind as how we stage this and what you're doing. So you really want to make sure that you are honestly inside in a quiet room of your house. Outside is great, but there's a lot of variables that are outside your control, like the wind, and wind noise will just tank a video if there's a bunch of wind noise, or maybe a big garbage truck goes by or something like that. So there's a lot of external noises that can compete for your audience's attention and drive them crazy. So don't shoot outside if you don't have any additional equipment, any microphone to use. Find a quiet room somewhere where there's not going to be a bunch of extra noise. Now, if you have tile or hardwood floors and maybe it's not a very furnished room, you might find yourself in a sort of an echoey situation. Don't worry, just grab some blankets and throw them down on the floor, and that'll help to absorb some of your sound, dampen it, and remove the echo. Now, something else you have to keep in mind when it comes to audio with you only using a cell phone is the proximity of yourself to your phone. You gotta be close to your phone. It's just an internal microphone. So maybe you want some fancy schmancy scene where you're lounging beautifully on this Davenport in your living room or something. Well, this, if you listen to the audio right now, we'll cut so it's just the phone audio. It's not that good. Your cell phone isn't gonna pick up great audio from you sitting far away from your phone. So get up close. Get up close to your phone so that that internal microphone will work just fine for you. And make sure to project your voice as well. Don't kind of mumble or that sort of, project yourself, project your voice, and so it can pick up very nice and cleanly for your audience. Now, we've got 2 little bonus tips for you. The first one is for currently it's at $16, so under $20. You can go onto Amazon, you can grab your very first piece of equipment, a microphone. Like I said before, the audio is actually the most important part of your video. So the first piece of equipment when you're ready to invest will be a microphone.
And if you're wondering if it's worth it, well, this is what I sound like just maybe 3 feet away from my cell phone without a microphone. Compare that to
this. This is with a very inexpensive, under $20 lav mic that will reduce the exterior sound and make sure that your voice picks up crystal clear, really producing a much more professional sound. So I'll have a link down in the description to share with you the mic that we use with our cell phones. So we've done this in videos, we've posted up on YouTube. It works really well and it's less than $20. Now, the second piece of equipment that I would recommend that you grab is a basic ring light and stand for your phone. So don't go out and invest in a big DSLR camera. That's not the first thing you do. That's like the last thing that you buy for YouTube. First, grab some of these cheap things that really make your life easier. When you got a nice ring light, and I'll have a link in the description for the one we use and recommend, you can easily shoot your videos in multiple locations. You've got your phone nice and secure, and you've got a light source so you don't have to worry about grabbing natural light or rearranging the lamps in your household. So it is a great thing, and guess what? Under $25. So It's a great tool to use when you're ready for that second investment. Now, if you found this video helpful and you are really looking to get started with shooting video, creating content on YouTube, you definitely want to watch this video next, upper right corner of your screen or at the top of the description. I'll see you soon.